What is up, guys? X3 Chronic back with some more Epic 7, and in today's video, really, I don't have too much planned, so we're just going to be running some Wyvern, because I have a character that I'm trying to build as we speak. It's the new 5-star Lilibet, and I want to see if she can actually be of use, because I've seen a lot of people talk bad about her, you know, kind of her being niche. It isn't really like she has a bad character, but there's a lot of characters that can do better than better than she can do. There's things that they can do, that she can do, and they can do it much better than she can. But honestly, I want to go ahead and give the character a try. I'm going to at least try it out in a video with my personal build I'm going to put onto her. Not the best gear, but just with my particular item. See if that works out. If it doesn't work out, that's just another 5-star I can put on the back burner until maybe a developer buff comes in and she becomes good. Because, I mean, look, Arbiter Vildred, and somehow I lost my soul bad guy in this run. And every run I've done up to now, I've not lost a single unit. So that's fun. Back to the subject. Okay, so what happened with Vildred, Kin, Arbiter Vildred, they all got developer buffs, making them much better characters than what they were at first. So what I'm hoping for, if Lilibet is as bad as I think she might be, and as bad as people say, I'm going to hope for a developer buff to come through and maybe make her more useful. Maybe change up her skills, like the effects that her skills do, because honestly, her first skill, there's characters that can do that already for possibly more turns, because her first skill lets you make it to where opponent hero and or a monster that you're fighting cannot be buffed. The problem is, it's kind of like the idea of an unhillable for a first ability. It's like, yeah, it's cool, but really it comes in very situational depending on what you're doing. Now, let's say she had a bleed on her first skill and her second skill. That'd be nice. That'd be perfect, honestly, because it would fit her kit, in my opinion. Her entire second skill is nothing but bleeds. Her third skill makes it to where whoever she kills with it, you know, kind of just stops existing, period, if they end up dying to it, because you can't revive them. It's a direct counter to Arbiter Vildred. Some teams that run Rural Light, Reviver, stuff like that. It's a counter to that. But honestly, her first skill is something that I want to see changed. Out of an entire kit, everything could get buffed damage-wise, but her first skill, I don't like the fact that it is a unbuffable skill, you know. You hit them, they can't be buffed. Yeah, that's cool and all, but this character's still a problem. That's only like a very niche thing you can do, and it won't really benefit you in the long run, honestly, because if you have Soul Bad Guy, his third skill can freaking make it to where no one can be buffed, and it does way more damage. Yeah, it's a third skill, but the fact is, it's easier for someone to put Soul into a team and make someone not be able to be buffed and possibly one-shot that unit if he attacks, rather than having Lilibet with her kit using her first skill personally, like, to make someone not be able to be buffed. I know I'm sounding like kind of here and there, but I'm not too good at explaining things, because when I try to explain things, I contradict the things that I'm trying to say. But honestly, Lilibet needs to be changed, and in ways it can happen. Third skill, buff the damage and or multipliers that it has, which would be perfect in my opinion. Second skill, make it to where the bleeds, instead of like a 50% chance, boost it up to a 75. Make it to where her second skill is actually worth using, because honestly, you barely ever get a bleed. Even with effectiveness, you won't get as many bleeds as if you play other characters that can bleed. Like, let's see, Surin, I think her name is Surin, or Siren, I forgot her name. It's the fire unit, Fire Forcer unit. Her second skill is possibly one of the best bleed skills in the game. Why? It has a very high chance of proc, and it hits a lot of freaking times. So it's like, wow, there's characters that are a 4-star that can be better than a 5-star. And keep in mind, it isn't like, oh, that's Surin's third skill, so it's supposed to be, like, completely amazing. It's her second skill. That is her second skill compared to Lilibet's second skill. It's just, there are characters that can do so much more than Lilibet can do, and Lilibet, I don't want her to be bad. It's kind of like the Maid Chloe situation, where she's like possibly one of the worst freaking Moonlight 5 stars. Lilibet, she's one of the worst 5 stars as of right now. She isn't worth pulling. She isn't even worth building, honestly. And I pulled her because I was just going for random summon, seeing what I would get. I was really going for dupes for my triple SS devotion. But I ended up pulling her, and I was like, okay, cool. I got a new unit that I can showcase on my channel. The problem is, it's going to be hard as crap to build her. And possibly she isn't going to be that good for a showcase period, because she probably isn't going to do that as well as, like, my other characters. And it's starting to actually look like that. Even with me putting on, like, level 70 pieces and 85 pieces, it's just, she isn't good. And that's all I can say. That's it. She's a niche character. She doesn't have too much she can overall do that would be worth you building her. And like I said, if they change her first skill, yeah, I'd be happy about it. But I want multipliers higher for a second skill. Not only with effectiveness, but damage. And her ultimate, I just want straight damage. Because, honestly, it's a good skill. It is a perfect skill. It is there to make it to where you cannot revive that unit, and or that unit that you kill with it cannot revive itself. That's cool. I like that she's there kind of like for Arbiter Vildred specifically. But the problem is, it doesn't do enough damage unless like you freaking min-max that to like its fullest, get a defense break and buff attack. And that's like a lot of setup for one move that's going to probably deal with one unit. And like I said, her first skill. I want her first skill to be able to do a bleed. Maybe you can make that the 50% chance and switch your second skills at 75 and or 65. And boom, that'd be perfect. That would be perfect for Lilibet. And hey guys, if you do agree with me, and or you have ideas of how Lilibet can change, put them in the comment section below. I mean, hey, look, Epic 7, like, you know, Smile Game stuff might not see it, but hey, look, I like having a community where we kind of help each other out. I like having a channel where I don't use the most overpowered units every freaking time, you know. I build units that I get like normal units because I'm like, hey, not every freaking character is well, not every player is well, and not every player is lucky enough to get every, you know, amazing 5-star that comes out in the freaking game. So when you can kind of show off, like, let's say Karen or other heroes like that, it makes me feel good, because I'm like, wow, I helped out someone who maybe has this unit, they don't know what to do with this unit, and maybe they don't have access to like freaking ML Kin, or maybe freaking, you know, other dominant units in the game. And yeah, when I get those dominant units, I'm gonna have them on my team. It isn't like I'm gonna feed them. I'm gonna build them up, I'm gonna showcase them, but it's just like, I'm not just gonna use only dominant units. I'm gonna try to incorporate units like, I guess, Surmir, Karen, freaking AKTs, I guess. I don't even know how that would work, because AKTs is like PvE and not PvP, but overall, if you guys did watch the video to the end, leave in the comment section ways you think Lilibet can change, if you're liking Lilibet, if you're not liking Lilibet, things that maybe people don't know about Lilibet yet, uses that she might have that people also don't know about. I mean, her second skill could be paired with Baiken's third skill. Go figure. If you have a Baiken, boom, that's, I guess, a reason to get Lilibet. Still wouldn't summon for her, obviously, because, you know, it's a 5-star. She's probably going to be on a back burner to, you know, development buff or developer buff. But overall, that's kind of today's video, I guess. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe to the channel. Maybe check out my playlist of Epic 7. I have a multitude of content that you can watch. And maybe if you guys want to give me some hints on my Wyvern team, maybe give me some units to build kind of the tank Wyvern, because, you know, Angelica's my only tank, and I have 3 DPSs. So, with that being said, it's been Chronic, and I am out. If you guys did enjoy the video, like I said, subscribe, check out some of my content, like the video if you're, you know, a recurring viewer, and that'll really be it. Expect the video coming out soon with Lilibet.